Good afternoon and welcome to our presentation on the processing services offered by Hosokawa Micron. My name is Rob Voorhees and I will be your presenter today. Today's presentation will be focused on the mixing and blending services that Hosokawa Custom Processing Service can provide. First, a little bit more about the overall business. Hosokawa made a major investment in a new facility dedicated to providing our customers with state-of-the-art processing services. In 2021, we initiated a search to find a new location for our processing business. After an extensive search throughout several states, we settled on a site in Goldsboro, North Carolina. This is a view of our brand new facility in Goldsboro, which we started full-scale processing services in April of 2024. During the presentation, I may alternately refer to the business as HCPS. The new facility is uniquely suited for our processing business. This 50,000 square foot building sits on 19 acres of land in the Park East Industrial Park located in Goldsboro, North Carolina. We relocated several processing systems from our plant in New Jersey, and we have made substantial investments in new equipment to expand our processing capabilities. The major portion of the facility space is dedicated to various processing systems, warehouse space, and future systems installation. We now have 11 installed systems available to our customers for a variety of processing services, which include size reduction, granulation, compaction, blending, screening, packaging, and powder analysis. This is a partial view of the processing area at HCPS. In the foreground are 3 systems for size reduction and micronization. Further in the background are additional systems providing size reduction, blending, and screening operations. A separate area is dedicated to recycling and granulation. Each installed system is contained and has its own nuisance dust collection points at specific locations to ensure a dust-free and clean processing environment. All systems are designed for the processing of high KSD value materials, and each system is protected by a suppression system designed to prevent dust explosions related to the processing of organic materials or other chemicals and polymers that are potential hazards. The Goldsboro, North Carolina location was chosen for several reasons. However, the most important was access for our customers. Over the last decade, the southeast sector of the United States has had the largest growth in the country for companies establishing new businesses and manufacturing facilities. In addition, many companies have relocated to the Southeast, and in particular North and South Carolina, due to the many benefits and quality of life opportunities these states have to offer. Principal among them is a strong labor force and an overall more efficient cost to do business. Hosokawa Custom Processing Services is strategically located in close proximity to the major north-south corridor of Interstate I-95. We are also 1 hour from Raleigh International Airport, with access to domestic and international destinations. The major seaport of Wilmington, North Carolina, is 90 miles to the southeast of Goldsboro for the import or export of materials from our international customers. HCPS offers a range of services for the processing of chemical, mineral, polymer, and plastic materials. The services we offer include several different types of size reduction technologies, screening, mixing, blending, compaction, packaging, particle size analysis, and particle characteristics analysis. We conduct feasibility testing to ensure we can meet the specifications, quality, and quantity of the finished product you require. When customers are ready to commit to large-scale orders, we then process the materials at our Goldsboro facility. John McGovern is the manager of the business and has over 35 years of experience in the industry. Frank McGowan, the on-site manager at HCPS, has over 20 years of process and operational experience with the processing systems here at HCPS. We have a staff of 12 technicians and 2 maintenance personnel, and we currently operate 2 shifts, 5 or 6 days a week, depending on our customer requirements. Our services are focused on processing materials for the chemical, mineral, polymer, and plastics industries. With multiple systems, we have many processing options and the ability to handle materials with many different characteristics. With both small-scale and large-scale systems, we can accommodate all quantities of materials. However, our services provide the best economic efficiency when handling projects in the 10,000 to 100,000 pound range per processing run. Let's talk more about mixing and blending and then some examples of our mixing equipment and the materials that we can process for you. While the terms mixing and blending are often used interchangeably, they carry subtle distinctions. Blending in particular is a gentler process when compared to mixing. It primarily pertains to the blending of multiple solids or a combination of bulk solids with minimal quantity of liquid. In contrast, mixing is more closely associated with the mixing of solids with larger quantities of liquids and the mixing of viscous materials. Mixing or blending in general is the art of thoroughly combining different materials to create a homogeneous product. The term mixing isn't confined to different materials. It can also involve homogeneous powders where the goal is to create a uniform batch with consistent attributes such as particle size distribution, color, and texture. For instance, a specific material may be produced in multiple batches and then blended to achieve a single homogeneous lot size. Mixing and blending are among the most demanding unit operations in many industries, especially in the chemical processing industry. Applications include the mixing and blending of specialty chemicals, fertilizers, dry powder detergents, glass, ceramics, and rubber compounds. These are the conical mixers we have available at our custom processing facility. Currently, we can provide services for multiple component mixing, liquid injection, and the coating of powders, large batch homogeneous blending, and the deagglomeration of hard and lumpy materials during mixing. For batch mixing, we can process unlimited quantities of materials. However, the largest single batch size we can currently handle is 1,200 liters. Here's a typical example of the blending of free-flowing powders. Two or more materials of a different particle size and density are randomly reoriented within the mixer by a convective blending process carried out by the unique conveying capacity of the internal auger and orbit arm and the shape of the vessel, which provides for the transfer of materials within the vessel and results in a very uniform and homogeneous end product. Our Nauta conical screw mixers are generally suitable for processing all free-flowing powders. Typically, free-flowing powders exhibit the following characteristics. Interparticle forces that tend to bind particles together are very small, so particles can move freely against each other. Free-flowing powders are dry and have little to no oil or moisture content. Another characteristic of free-flowing powders is their particle size. Particles that are larger than 75 microns or 200 mesh tend to move freely within a batch or compound. Free-flowing powders are easily stored and can be conveyed or discharged without bridging or rat-holing within a vessel or storage silo. And lastly, because they flow easily, they also have a tendency to segregate unless properly handled to minimize segregation. The Nauta conical screw mixer is a convective mixer, utilizing a combination of axial, radial, and tangential mixing mechanisms to achieve thorough and precise mixing results. The Nauta mixer is sealed from the top. The rotating cantilevered mixing screw conveys the product from the bottom of the vessel to the surface. Suspended from the orbit arm, the mixing screw rotates along the inner vessel wall, promoting convective particle mixing and shear. As particles flow downward opposite the screw and are recirculated by gravity within the conical vessel, their speed increases as the vessel diameter narrows. This combination of motions delivers fast and thorough mixing with low power consumption and high mixing accuracy. Mixing time depends on the product's characteristics, desired accuracy, and batch size. Let's look at an animation of the convecting mixing process. Mixing of chemicals and fine chemicals is vital for producing high-value products in a wide range of industries. Some examples are mentioned here. Powdered pigments are blended with other ingredients to create homogeneous blends for use in paints, coatings, and inks. Raw powder ingredients are blended to create finished laundry detergents, ensuring uniform distribution of active ingredients. Minerals and additives like titanium dioxide are incorporated into paint formulations by blending them with other powdered components. Different metal powders are mixed to produce composite materials with specific properties, which are then further processed, often by heat treatment. Powder mixing is used in the production of various synthetic chemicals, including additives for engines, lubricants, and other products. Mixing applications utilizing minerals are diverse, as can be seen by the variety of applications listed here. Limestone and other minerals are blended with additives to create the basic components of wallboard and plaster compounds. Carbonates and other minerals are mixed to create fillers that enhance the properties of concrete. In the production of NPK fertilizers, powdered minerals are granulated and blended to ensure the homogenization of ingredients. For animal feed, trace minerals and supplements are blended to ensure the uniform distribution of nutrients. Bentonite is mixed for use as a soil conditioner and a carrier for pesticides and fertilizers. Calcium carbonate and talc are blended into plastics to reduce production costs and improve physical properties like strength and rigidity. Talc and kaolin are blended to provide texture and absorbency in cosmetic products like face powders. Calcium carbonate and other minerals are used as fillers in paints and coatings. Mixing applications using polymers and plastics are necessary for creating customized materials for improving properties like strength and flexibility. Rotational molding of large hollow plastic parts like bins and toys require a very fine uniform polymer powder like LMD polyethylene powder. The PE powder, along with recycled material, is blended to achieve homogeneity prior to the molding process. Polymers can be added to adhesives and mortars to improve adhesion, flexibility, and water resistance. For some 3D printing applications, the mixing of different thermoplastic powders are used to create a custom blend with specific properties. The final quality of the part depends upon the consistency and homogeneity of the mixture. Powdered pigments are blended with a carrier resin to create master batches prior to the extrusion process. Compounding consists of mixing base resins with additives and pigments to create custom blends for various types of compounding. Here you'll see an actual mixing demonstration executed in a 100-liter Nada mixer. We will show the blending process and result of blending fine granulated sugar with a small percentage of red iron oxide pigment. The sugar has an average particle size of 400 microns, and the iron oxide has a particle size of 20 microns. The batch is 99.2% sugar and 0.8% iron oxide. As you will see, in a relatively short time, the pigment is thoroughly dispersed and the final color of the mixture is fully developed. You can see here after 5 minutes the material is fully, color is fully developed. Our Nada mixers are capable of handling a broad range of processing applications, including the relatively gentle mixing of free-flowing and suggerative powders. With our liquid addition capability, we can provide for the coating or uniform moistening of dry powders. Due to the unique geometry of the Nada conical mixer, consistent mixing quality can be achieved at fill levels as low as 15% of the total vessel volume. In addition to its many capabilities, the Nada Conical Screw Mixer has a number of advantages over other types of mixing equipment. The Nada mixer is ideal for large batch homogenization. Multiple operations can be achieved in addition to mixing. Large volume, high accuracy mixing can be achieved at relatively low power consumption. and due to its conical shape, the non-mixer has virtually no dead space, resulting in no unmixed material and complete material discharge. Maybe one of the most important features of the mixer is that the design of the vessel provides for the phenomenon known as mass flow discharge. This means that powder segregation is eliminated during the discharge process, assuring well-mixed material is transferred into the final product bag, drum, or bulk bag. In summary, we'd like to know how we can be your partner in manufacturing. We have the equipment, capacity, and know-how to provide you with quality processing services. Please contact us and come and visit our new facility in Goldsboro, North Carolina. We'd love to meet with you there. This concludes our presentation today on mixing and blending. I hope you found the information today informative. Thank you for your participation, and we hope to be able to work with you on your future projects. Please look for our future webinars on the other processing services that we can provide. Thank you and have a great day.